U7Buy provides the most convenient, fastest, and safest way to upgrade your team with numerous positive reviews and verified by top creators from different countries with 24/7 online customer support. Now you can enjoy an extra free coins for every order. Don't miss the opportunity for up to 4 million free coins. Use my code Inception for another 8% off. Okay guys, so we're going to be doing the review for Ronaldinho today because he is a leaked SBC, so I like to do this in advance. So I don't have to do it later on today. So Ronaldinho, guys, 5'11", controlled, explosive, 5-star, 5-star. I think people will unlock this card strictly due to the fact that it is Ronaldinho, right? To be honest with you, I think for the current SBCs that exist, like Camavinga, Maradona, are like the main go-tos, I would say, because that Maradona card is actually pretty nice when it comes to the left stick stuff. So we're gonna see how this Ronaldinho performs. I think that playstyles wise, he doesn't have a press proven, but he does have a first touch. He definitely has very right mid vibes to him because that is his like main position, but just because of like the driven shot and stuff and the way that I expect his dribbling to be, I think it's going to be a card that's probably going to be used on that side mainly. But again, with this being Ronaldinho, people will unlock the card just for that variable alone. It's the same thing with like Maradona and stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, he has a few decent playstyle pluses. They kind of went down the route of just bringing out the Shapeshifter icon card. So yeah, we'll be playing him in the game. We're going to see how he plays. Hopefully he's a beast. I need to get footage for a 4-4-1-1 anyway, so let's get it. That worked out. Good stuff. Just have to wait for that space to open up there. Ah, unlucky. A little bit too far for that to work out. Nice. I think so far, like, for people that just want to use Ronaldinho, like, he feels pretty good so far. Because obviously that is going to be a big variable for people as well as the fun aspect, right? But the cards need to be meta enough, because I would say Ronaldinho's cards this year were just not that crazy in general. Nice. He backed up a little bit too much there. But the finesse shot allows us to score. Good stuff. That was so lucky because that extra touch he takes at the end there almost screwed me, man. Stuff though, he shoots with his left foot from finesse. Look at that. For a team, holy. Oh, he fouled me there. Does Ronaldinho have a run-up for his penalties? Looks like it. Oh, he does, yeah. Wow, he actually guessed the right direction. We still scored. I think it's because he moved it too much there. Nice. Good little movimentos. Oh, the chip actually works. Let's go. The chip actually works. Remember that press proven and first touch, they work hand in hand, right? Because he doesn't have a press proven, sometimes that touch, because of how tall he is, will let him down. Yeah, small space and then driven. Honestly, most of the attackers, if they give them like finesse shot and driven, they already make them like pretty meta to use, you know? Nice, that worked out. Trickster fake shot. Be crazy there. The pass was initially supposed to go to him there. That was unfortunate. Yeah, I wish his left stick, like, again, we'll see what playstyles are like next year, but I wish his left stick was a little bit better. I prefer players that just have a good left stick. Like, even this Gervinho card, look at that left stick. Like, his left stick is better than Ronaldinho's, and I just don't think that should be the case for, like, the card that you're making basically, like, the best this year, you know? Like you could still obviously cook with these cards for sure, right? But I just don't like that variable, right? That's why I was like really big on the Maradona card when he released, right? Oh wow, that actually worked out. Pretty lucky, but we'll take it. That worked out. Both fake shots, open up the space a little bit. Tough. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the Ronaldinho SBC. So obviously with a card like this, guys, couple things to mention, right? I would say there's like three specific things to mention that strays away from the meta of the game, but people are not really going to care too much about it because it's Ronaldinho and making him usable enough is going to be the main thing, right? So the things that you will notice is one, the lack of press proven working with the first touch in certain scenarios, right? Because he does have the first touch, you could see in some of these areas I'm able to do like a first time touch, do a small little left stick afterwards, go into an elastico afterwards, and then utilize a driven shot. That type of meta stuff is still going to work out fine, but there's going to be certain moments where if there's pressure on the guy and you know he's got a first touch, he doesn't have the press proven, he's a taller player, right? At 5'11", bigger body type in game. Sometimes you're going to notice that with the card, right? And this is us using him with an engine chemistry style. And then the other thing is going to be running animation because of lack of play styles, right? So because he doesn't have a quick step and a rapid, that's a thing that's a little bit of a downfall of the card too, is running animation in certain scenarios, right? Is it that big of a deal? It depends on how you look at it. If you're doing like forced through passes, it would be more ideal to, obviously have a player that, can really make those sort of runs. And then pressure wise, with the lack of press proven, it would be nice to have someone that's a better left stick dribbler, right? It's weird, right? Because again, sometimes they create certain cards that I can't even tell you what variable it is that makes them have good left stick, but this is a card that I always bring up because Gervinho doesn't have a press proven, only has a first touch. Dribbling stats are formatted like this, but his left stick dribbling is one of the best in the game, right? Which is strange because it doesn't really make sense. But that's just how it is with some of the cards, right? It was the same thing with Footy's Mbappe. I tried out Footy's Mbappe. I was like, oh, finally he has an actual good left stick, right? This is a direction that they're, quote unquote saying that they're going to do next year in general. But it's really like, for me personally, I'm using a Maradona card over a Ronaldinho card for sure, right? Because I prefer to have a card that has that left stick to him. And then obviously if he's on the right hand side, he can do the finesse shots. If you're using precision nowadays, which you should to practice for next year, that's ideal too. So yeah, meta wise, those are the three things that he lacks in certain scenarios. But is the card good enough for you to still enjoy Ronaldinho for being Ronaldinho? Yes, it's still a card that's going to still perform well in the meta of the game. He can pass the ball well. You can use him in the striker position if you want. I think people are mainly going to use him on the right hand side just for like the driven shot and finesse shot opportunities. But it's still a card that can do decently well. I will say that if you want to use him in the cam position, maybe not necessarily in the middle, but in the side positions, if you use him as a shadow striker, that would be perfectly fine too. Okay, so yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Okay, peace out, dudes. Love you guys.